Hello student, today our second lecture for elements of group 1 and group 2. I am Smita Naikowdi from Yashwantrao Savan Institute of Science, Satara. In the last lecture of elements of group 1 and group 2, we have completed the points that are hydrogen, its occurrence, position of hydrogen in the periodic table, isotope of hydrogen, preparation of dihydrogen, and physical properties of dihydrogen. Now, in today's lecture, we are studying the points that are chemical properties of hydrogen under that heading, reaction with metals, reaction with dioxygen, reaction with halogens, reducing nature of dihydrogen, reaction with dinitrogen, uses of dihydrogen and dihydrogen as a fuel, and also some NCERT points that are nothing but hydrides under the heading hydride, ionic or saline hydride, covalent or molecular hydrides, metallic or non-stoichiometric or interstitial hydride. Under the point water, physical properties of water, structure of water and ice, chemical properties of water, hard and soft water, temporary and permanent hardness, etc. So let's start. See chemical properties of hydrogen. So under that heading, reactions with metals. So dihydrogen combine with all metals. See, dihydrogen is combined with all metals, all the reactive metals including alkali metals, calcium, strontium, barium at a higher temperature to form metal hydrides. See here in this reaction, आपण बघू शकतो for example, sodium metal when react with hydrogen form metal hydride, that is sodium hydride. So we can say that dihydrogen means or hydrogen when react with metal, it gives corresponding metal hydrides. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी आपण बघू शकतो की ज्या वेळेला हायड्रोजन हा मेटल्स बरोबर रिॲक्ट होतो तेव्हा काय तयार होतं तर मेटल हायड्राइड्स तयार होतात. Now next reaction is reaction with dioxygen, म्हणजे ऑक्सिजन बरोबरची रिएक्शन. आता ऑक्सिजन मॉलिक्यूल मध्ये सुद्धा दोन ऑक्सिजन ऍटम आहेत, so that's why it is called as dioxygen. So see here in the reaction with dioxygen, dihydrogen react with dioxygen in presence of catalyst or by heating to form the water. This reaction is highly exothermic reaction. लक्षात घ्या या रिएक्शन मध्ये बघा two molecules of hydrogen or dihydrogen and one molecule of oxygen हे react होतात एकमेकांबरोबर in presence of catalyst or on heating at higher temperature and they form water molecule. But the heat is liberated is about negative 235 kilojoule per mole. So this negative sign indicates that it is a exothermic reaction आणि या ठिकाणी खूप large amount of heat energy generate होते. So this is the reaction of hydrogen with dioxygen. Now next is a reaction with halogen. See dihydrogen inflames with fluorine even at negative 250 degree Celsius in dark, whereas it required catalyst to react with iodine. The vigor of reaction of hydrogen decreases with increasing atomic number of halogen. So in general, we can write this reaction in this way, that is H2 plus X2 gives twice HX. So simple reaction आहे, 1 mole of hydrogen and 1 mole of halogen molecule react to form corresponding hydrogen halide. and this reaction is we can use to prepare the HCl, HBr in this way. Now next point is reducing nature of dioxygen. Now in that first point is it reduces oxides and ions of metals. Dihydrogen reduces oxides and ions of metal. Those are less reactive than the iron to the corresponding metals at moderate temperature. जे आयन पेक्षा लेस रिएक्टिव्ह आहेत अशा मेटल्सचे ऑक्साइड्स तो काय करतो रिड्यूस करतो. अँड सी फॉर एक्झाम्पल हियर CuO plus H2, it converted to solid copper and H2O. Also see, it reduces the ions of metals. काही metals आहेत त्यांच्या ions सुद्धा reduction करतो. Now we know that reduction means gaining of hydrogen or removal of oxygen or sometimes gaining of electrons also. तर त्याने बघितलं तर ते पहिल्या दोन रिएक्शन मध्ये आपण बघू शकतो की लॉस ऑफ ऑक्सिजन आहे, सो दॅट इज रिडक्शन रिएक्शन. वाईल थर्ड रिएक्शन मध्ये तुम्ही बघा त्या ठिकाणी 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स गेन होतात, सो दॅट्स वाय हियर इज ऑल्सो रिडक्शन रिएक्शन. सो डायहायड्रोजन रिड्यूसेस द oxides and ions of the metals. Now next, hydrogenation of unsaturated organic compound. See the hydrogenation of unsaturated organic compound such as oil using nickel catalyst gives saturated organic compound such as solid fat or which is also known as वनस्पती घी. या ठिकाणी बघा व्हेजिटेबल ऑइल जे आहेत दॅट कंटेन्स कार्बन कार्बन डबल बॉन्ड and when it undergoes hydrogenation reaction, this double bond is break and hydrogen molecule is added over here, so we are obtaining saturated compound which is also known as saturated fat or vanaspati ghee. This reaction is takes place in presence of catalyst like nickel. Now next reaction is hydroformylation of olefins. Now hydroformylation of olefins, it is actually nothing but it is the formation of for aldehyde and which is subsequently formation of the alcohol. So see here in this reaction alkene molecule RCH double bond CH2 is when react with hydrogen and carbon monoxide, it is converted into corresponding aldehyde. Now this aldehyde functional group on further reaction with H2 molecule is converted into alcohol. So here dihydrogen is used to convert the olefins means alkene into corresponding aldehyde and alcohols. So this reaction is also known as hydroformylation reaction. याला हायड्रोफॉर्मायलेशन असं का म्हणतात तर फॉर्मिल ग्रुप म्हणजे अल्डिहाइड ग्रुप आपण इंट्रोड्यूस करतो यामध्ये विथ द हेल्प ऑफ हायड्रोजन, सो दॅट्स वाय इट इज ऑल्सो नोन ॲज हायड्रोफॉर्मायलेशन रिएक्शन. नेक्स्ट रिएक्शन इज रिएक्शन विथ डायनायट्रोजन. ही रिएक्शन तुमच्या टेक्स्टबुक मध्ये नाहीये पण एनसीईआरटी सिलेबस मध्ये आहे, सो आपण इंट्रोड्यूस केलेला आहे. सोपी रिएक्शन आहे. नाउ विथ डायनायट्रोजन, with the dinitrogen this it form ammonia. This is method for manufacturing of ammonia by Haber's process. Preparation of ammonia is takes place by using this method when hydrogen is react with or dihydrogen gas is react with dinitrogen at 673 Kelvin temperature and 200 atmospheric pressure in presence of catalyst like iron, it forms the molecule ammonia. This method is known as preparation of ammonia and having name Haber process. Now next point is uses of dihydrogen. Now first use is or largest use of dihydrogen is in production of ammonia. आताच आपण रिएक्शन बघितलेली आहे. तुमच्या सिलेबस मध्ये यावर्षी बोर्डच्या सिलेबस मध्ये या बोर्ड टेक्स्ट बुक मध्ये फक्त एवढाच पॉइंट आहे, प्रोडक्शन ऑफ अमोनिया. बट इन द एनसीईआरटी सिलेबस दे गिव्ह द रिएक्शन. सो आता आपण ती रिएक्शन बघितली की प्रोडक्शन ऑफ अमोनिया, हाऊ वी कॅन प्रिपेअर अमोनिया बाय युजिंग डायहायड्रोजन. So first use is in the production of ammonia we can use dihydrogen. आता next second use काय आहे बघा. Dihydrogen is used in formation of वनस्पती ghee by catalytic hydrogenation of oil. वनस्पती घी ज्याला आपण डालडा असं सुद्धा म्हणतोय की नाही, ते प्रिपेअर करण्यासाठी सुद्धा डायहायड्रोजनचा यूज केला जातो. थर्ड यूज इज लिक्विड डायहायड्रोजन इज यूज ॲज अ रॉकेट फ्युएल. रॉकेट फ्युएल म्हणून लिक्विड डायहायड्रोजनचा यूज केला जातो. फोर्थ यूज इज डायहायड्रोजन इज यूज इन प्रिपरेशन ऑफ important organic compound like methanol in a bulk quantity. We can use this dihydrogen in with the carbon monoxide, and by using catalyst this converted into methanol. Next use is it is used in the preparation of hydrogen chloride and metal hydrides. आपण reaction बघितलेलेच आहेत. So dihydrogen is used in the preparation of hydrogen chloride, which is a very good reagent in the laboratory. So these are the uses of dihydrogen. Now next point is dihydrogen is used in a fuel cell. हा सुद्धा पॉइंट एनसीईआरटी च्या बुक मध्ये आहे. So for generating electrical energy, dihydrogen is used in a fuel cell for generating electrical energy. It has many advantages over the conventional fossil fuels and electric powers. बघा, डायहायड्रोजनचा यूज हा ॲज अ फ्युएल सेल होतो फॉर जनरेटिंग इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी. इट इज actually more convenient than the fossil fuel and electric power. It does not produces any pollution. That's why for pollution control we can use dihydrogen as a fuel, and it releases greater energy per unit mass of a fuel in comparison to gasoline and other fuels. So that's why dihydrogen is used as a fuel or in a fuel cell. Now next point is a hydride. See, आता इथून पुढचे जे पॉइंट्स आहेत हायड्राइड्स किंवा वॉटर, हे पॉइंट्स आपण एनसीईआरटी बुक मध्ये बघतो आणि आपल्याला माहिती आहे की एनसीईआरटी सिलेबस मधले पॉइंट्स हे आपल्याला सीईटी एक्झाम साठी, एमएसटी सीईटी किंवा अदर एंट्रन्स एक्झाम जे आहेत तिथे आपल्याला, किंवा अदर जे एंट्रन्स एक्झाम आहेत त्यासाठी आपल्याला युजफुल आहेत. सो आपण हे सुद्धा थोडे थोडे बघणार आहोत, ओव्हरलुक करणार आहोत. सो हायड्राइड्स. नाउ व्हाट इज इन बाय हायड्राइड? So dihydrogen under certain reaction condition combines with almost all elements except noble gases to form binary compound called hydrides. बघा, जेव्हा डायहायड्रोजन हे ज्या मेटल बरोबर कंबाईन होतात आणि बायनरी कंपाऊंड तयार करतात त्यांना आपण काय म्हणतो? हायड्राइड. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, सी, इफ E is the symbol of element, then hydride we can express as a EHX, where E is any element, H is a hydrogen and X is a number of hydrogens. So for example बघा, मॅग्नेशियम हायड्राइड आहे की नाही, किंवा या ठिकाणी बघा EMHN. E is a element, M is a number of this element, H is a hydrogen and N is a number of hydrogen. So B2H6 diborane. So these are some example of hydride. Now these hydrides are classified into three categories. Which are these three categories? Ionic or saline or salt-like hydride. This is first type. Second type is covalent or molecular hydride. And third type is metallic or non-stoichiometric hydrides. बघूया आपण नेक्स्ट पॉइंट स्लाइड मध्ये आयोनिक और सलाइन हायड्राइड्स. These are stoichiometric compound of dihydrogen formed with most of the S block elements, which are highly electropositive in character. However, significant covalent character is found in the lighter metal hydrides such as lithium hydride, BeH2, and magnesium hydride. In fact, beryllium hydride and magnesium hydride are polymeric in the structure. The ionic hydrides are crystalline, non-volatile, and non-conducting in a solid state. However, their melts conduct they melt and conduct the electricity, and on electrolysis liberates dihydrogen gas at anode, which confirms the existence of H minus ion. So saline hydrides react violently with producing dihydrogen gas. You can see here ionic hydride or saline hydrides are nothing but these are the hydrides when means hydrogen is react with S block element. S block element means sodium or lithium, potassium means group 1 or group 2 elements बरोबर जेव्हा ते रिएक्ट होतात त्यावेळेला जो हायड्राइड तयार होतो these are called as ionic or saline hydride, and in that hydrogen carries negative charge. So that's why it is also known as hydride ion. Now these saline hydrides when react with violently with the water produces dihydrogen gas. Lithium hydride is rather unreactive at a moderate temperature with oxygen or chlorine. It is therefore used in the synthesis of other useful hydride like lithium aluminum hydride or lithium boron hydride, etc. So this is about the ionic or saline hydride. Now next, covalent or molecular hydride. Now covalent or molecular hydride is form molecular compound with most of p block elements. Most familiar examples are methane, ammonia, water molecule, and hydrogen fluorides. So these covalent or molecular hydrides are further classified as electron deficient hydride, electron precise hydride, and electron rich hydrides. Now electron deficient hydrides, as their name suggests, see here, it has too few electrons for, as a we can say that writing its structure. For example, diborane means in fact all elements of group 13 will form such a type of electron deficient compounds or electron deficient hydrides, and they act as a Lewis acids, that is electron acceptor, because they having electron deficiency. So such hydrides are known as electron deficient hydride. Now next one is the electron precise hydride. In electron precise hydride, they require number of electrons to write their conventional Lewis structure. For example, all elements of group 14 like carbon form methane are form such a type of electron precise hydride, and they having tetrahedral geometry. त्यांच्यामध्ये number of electrons जे आहे ते precise manner मध्ये असतात. So that's why these are known as electron precise hydride. Now third type is electron rich hydride. They having excess of electrons, so that's why these are known as electron rich hydride. They having a lone pair of electrons. Elements of group 15, 16, 17 forms such a type of hydrides. For example, ammonia, which having one lone pair of electron, H2O, it having two lone pair of electrons, and HF having three lone pairs of electrons. They behave like as a Lewis bases and electron donors. So these are the three types of covalent or molecular hydrides. Now next is a metallic or non-stoichiometric or interstitial hydride. So these are formed by mainly D block or F block elements. For example, LaH, YBH, TiH, ZRH. These are example of the metallic or non-stoichiometric hydrides. Actually these are formed by D block element. हे सगळे D block element आहेत आणि त्यांच्या बरोबर जेव्हा हायड्रोजनची रिएक्शन होते तेव्हा असे हे मेटॅलिक हायड्राइड्स तयार होतात. These are also called as interstitial hydride. Why it is called as interstitial hydride? Because in the earlier stage it was thought that hydrogen occupies the interstices in the metal lattice producing the मॉलिक्यूल और दॅट कंपाऊंड. म्हणजे जेव्हा हा मॉलिक्यूल तयार होतो त्यावेळेला जे डी ब्लॉकचे मेटल्स आहेत ते लार्जर मेटल्स आहेत, त्यांची साईज मोठी आहे आणि मग त्यांच्या मधले जे स्पेस आहेत, व्हॉइड्स आहेत, त्याच्यामध्ये हायड्रोजन हा स्पेस ऑक्युपाय करतो. सो दॅट्स व्हाय इट इज ऑल्सो नोन ॲज इंटरस्टेशियल हायड्राइड्स. नाउ नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज वॉटर. नाउ इन दॅट वॉटर, सी we know that water having molecular formula H2O. Water चा molecular formula काय आहे? H2O आहे. A major part of all living organism is made up of water. Human body has about 65% and some plants have as much as 95% of water. So it is a crucial compound for the survival of all life forms. It is a solvent of great importance. The distribution of water over Earth's surface is not uniform. Now, what are the physical properties of water? See, it is a colorless and tasteless liquid. So, unusual property of water is in the condensed phase, means at a liquid or solid phase, are due to the presence of extensive hydrogen bonding between water molecules. And this leads to high freezing point, high boiling point, high heat of vaporization, high heat of fusion in comparison with H2S, H2SE, such a type of similar molecules. Water molecule ला high boiling point असतो, high freezing point आहे किंवा high heat of vaporization आहे. हे कशामुळे आहे? तर त्याच्यामध्ये असणाऱ्या हायड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग मुळे. Now also, in comparison with other liquids, water has higher specific heat, thermal conductivity, surface tension, dipole moment and dielectric constant. म्हणजे बाकी जर लिक्विड्स बरोबर आपण कंपेअर केलं तर वॉटरच्या ह्या सगळ्या प्रॉपर्टीज ज्या आहेत, फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज, हे सगळ्या हाय मध्ये आहेत. These properties are allow water to play a key role in a biosphere. The high heat of vaporization and heat capacity are responsible for the moderation of the climate and the body temperature of living organism. So this is about general properties, physical properties of water. Now structure of water. See, in gaseous phase, water is a bent molecule with bond angle 104.5 degree. And oxygen hydrogen bond length of is about 95.7 picometer. See, this is a structure. This is for water molecule and in the gaseous form. It is a highly polar molecule. See, in the B structure, it is a highly polar molecule. Its orbital overlap picture is also shown here. So in the liquid phase, water molecules are associated together by hydrogen bond. The crystalline form of water is ice. Crystalline form of water is ice. And now see the structure of ice. Ice structure बघा कसं असतं. So या ठिकाणी तुम्ही बघू शकताय structure of ice. Now at atmospheric pressure, ice crystallizes in the hexagonal form. Ice crystallizes in the hexagonal form. So that's why this such a structure is obtained. but at very low temperature it condenses in a cubic form. Density of ice is less than water. आणि हेच कारण आहे की पाण्यावरती आईस हा तरंगतो आहे की नाही, बर्फ तरंगतो. Therefore, ice cubes floats on the water. In winter season, ice form on the surface of lake provides thermal insulation which ensures the survival of the aquatic life. And this fact is of the great ecological significance. So this is about the structure of water and ice. Now chemical properties of water. So first property is amphoteric nature. First property is amphoteric nature. See, water has the ability to act as a acid as well as base. That means it behaves like as a acid. तो acid म्हणून सुद्धा water कधी कधी behave करतं आणि कधी कधी base म्हणून सुद्धा. So that's why it is also having amphoteric character. Now second chemical property is redox reaction which are involving water. तुम्ही redox reaction chapter मध्ये या रिएक्शन शिकणार आहात किंवा शिकलेलं पण असाल. तो त्यामध्ये आपण बघू शकतो की in the redox reaction we can use the water as a reagent or reactant. Now hydrolysis reaction. Due to high dielectric constant, it has very strong hydrating tendency and it dissolves many ionic compounds. There, however, certain covalent and some ionic compounds are hydrolyzed in the water. So that's why this is the chemical property, that is hydrolysis reaction. Next is hydrates formation. See, water form from aqueous solution, many salts can be crystallized as a hydrates or hydrated salts, such as association of water with different types. For example, we know that copper metal or coordination compound in which metal is combined with water molecule. So that's why such a molecules are known as hydrates. So this is about the chemical properties. Now next property is, or next term is hard and soft water. So we know that in hard and soft water, the rainwater is almost pure, right? But it is a good solvent. When it flows on the surface of earth, it dissolves many salts. The presence of calcium and magnesium salt in the form of hydrogen carbonate, chlorides and sulfates in a water, that water makes into hard water, right? So hard water does not give lather with soap. Water free from soluble salt of calcium and magnesium is called as सॉफ्ट वॉटर. आपल्याला माहिती आहे हार्ड वॉटर आणि सॉफ्ट वॉटर, ज्याच्यामध्ये कॅल्शियम आणि मॅग्नेशियमचे कंपाऊंड किंवा सॉल्ट जास्त असतं त्या वॉटरला आपण हार्ड वॉटर म्हणतो. आणि हार्ड वॉटरमध्ये सोपचा फेस लॅदर तयार होत नाही. सो ज्या वेळेला आपण हे कॅल्शियम आणि मॅग्नेशियम रिमूव्ह करतो किंवा त्याचे सॉल्ट रिमूव्ह करतो तेव्हा ते वॉटर काय बनतं, सॉफ्ट वॉटर बनतं. सो त्यामध्ये पण हार्ड वॉटर आणि सॉफ्ट हार्ड वॉटरचे दोन टाइप आहेत. टेम्पररी हार्डनेस. सी, टेम्पररी हार्डनेस इज ड्यू टू द प्रेझेन्स ऑफ मॅग्नेशियम अँड कॅल्शियम हायड्रोजन कार्बोनेट, and this can be removed by two methods, boiling method and Clark method. By using boiling method we can remove the hardness. Also in Clark's method we can use the calculated amount of lime and is added to the hard water. It precipitates out the calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide and we can convert hard water into soft water. This is when we are using this method for temporary hardness. Now next is permanent hardness. Now permanent hardness is due to the presence of soluble salt. It is due to the presence of soluble salt of magnesium and calcium in the form of chlorides and sulfates in water. Permanent hardness is not removed by boiling and it can be removed by this next method, that is treatment with washing soda, chalcogen methods ion exchange method, synthetic resin methods, etc. So this is about the हार्डनेस ऑफ वॉटर. याखेरीज अजून एक पॉइंट आहे जो की तुमच्या एनसीईआरटीच्या सिलेबस मध्ये आहे, जो की हेवी वॉटर आहे. नाउ हेवी वॉटर मीन्स, सी, heavy water is also called as D2O, means where isotopic water. It is extensive use as a moderator in nuclear reactor and in exchange reaction for a study of reaction mechanism. It can be prepared by exhaustive electrolysis of water as byproduct in some fertilizer industry. Actually heavy water is a isotopic water ज्यामध्ये हायड्रोजन ऐवजी ड्यूटेरियम यूज केलेला असतो आणि त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो, हेवी वॉटर. हार्ड वॉटर आणि हेवी वॉटर या दोघांमध्येही डिफरन्स आहे, हे लक्षात घ्या. आता आज आपण काय काय बघितलंय आजच्या लेक्चर मध्ये, तर केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ हायड्रोजन, ज्यामध्ये आपण रिएक्शन्स विथ मेटल्स, रिएक्शन विथ डायऑक्सिजन, रिएक्शन विथ हॅलोजन, रिड्युसिंग नेचर ऑफ हायड्रोजन, रिएक्शन विथ डायनायट्रोजन, युजेस ऑफ डायहायड्रोजन अँड डायहायड्रोजन ॲज अ फ्युएल, हा पार्ट बघितला. याबरोबरच काही एनसीईआरटी पॉइंट्स बघितले, जसे हायड्राइड्स, ज्यामध्ये त्याचे टाइप बघितले, आयोनिक और सलाइन, कोव्हॅलेंट और मॉलिक्युलर, मेटॅलिक और नॉन स्टॅच्यूमेट्रिक, इंटरस्टेशियल हायड्राइड, वॉटर, मग त्याच्या फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज, स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ वॉटर and ice, chemical properties of water, hard and soft water, temporary and permanent hardness and heavy water, असे आपण काही पॉइंट्स आज बघितले. ओके, थँक यू स्टुडंट.